Crank it up and piss off the neighbors. You got your radio locked on to the hottest station.
iPower 1, New York City. Your home for the iPower Evening Show.
Express your mind. Express your mind.
Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Free your mind and the rest will follow. Be colorblind, don't be so shallow. Free your mind.
Good evening, everyone. DeMarco, Ricky, and Stefan in the building. This is Speak It Loud. This is Express Your Mind Friday on the IPES. It's time to free your mind during tonight's Express Your Mind. You can talk about anything that's on your mind. Now, you'd be surprised. And by the way, thank you NYC, New Jersey, and the tri-state area for listening to our station on iPower 1 FM. This is now your station where we give the young and old generation a chance to enjoy their music. This is Grown Folk Music on this Old Funkin' Disco Friday. Studio 54 was a fabulous hotspot in the NYC back in the day. And I'm pretty sure you old cats out there know what I'm talking about. Many people in the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn, Manhattan, Harlem, even several listeners in Yonkers, Mount Vernon, and even New Rochelle said, thus far, they like the station.
Yeah, we spoke to the sister named Clarice off air from New Brunswick in Jersey, said, I'm really feeling this station here at iPower.
Right.
So drop a round of applause for our New Yorkers and New Jerseyans, part of the tri-state area.
See, it's all about location.
Right.
Now, we know that people from Boston, Massachusetts were not feeling us nor trying to hear us.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, ignore us on purpose based out of their self-hatred for us.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about outside the 40% of Boston listening audience that are not ride-or-die iPower loyal listeners.
Yeah.
Right.
They're not trying to hear the message nor the truth that comes with it.
You ain't never
See,
lied.
that's how lies, the fake news, and the alternative facts comes in about us and this radio station.
Yes.
And they wonder why we had to make moves, stepping our game up and getting out of our comfort zone to make progress.
Right.
And look at the results when we take this station to the tri-state area. Different environment, different people, different mindset, but still, we are African Americans who love our people, who are open and like-minded.
Oh, you ain't
Amen.
never lied.
All right, it's the EYM. You can free your mind, say what's on your mind on this Friday night. Get it off your chest. Let's go to the phone lines.
Express your mind.
Free your mind.
Stacey J, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Stace.
Hey, yo, Stacey J, represent hip-hop.
Why do you always go first? Why?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Why,
saying.
Well,
Stace?
like I said, I'm one of your loyal listener and a loyal supporter since 2009. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that makes me part of the 40% coming out of Boston that still listens to iPower. You feel
I
what I'm
guess
saying?
so.
That's it.
I
That's
guess
it,
so.
bruh.
Well, go ahead, Stace. What's on your mind?
Well, it didn't take long for haters and trolls to attack this radio station like they never heard of iPower 1 radio before, saying that you attacking Boston. You hate local artists, putting down the hood. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
We all know that's all BS. You feel what I'm saying?
Of course, some of these hating trolls are going to throw alternative facts.
Oh, yeah.
Throw out fake-ass news to discredit this radio station because they can't stand the success of real talent for this broadcast media.
damn
Especially
shame.
some Negroes cutting their own throats just to get rid of us.
Stacey, you know why some people, especially some black people who say that they never heard of this radio station is because they purposely don't want to hear about this radio station. As soon as we say that iPower 1 was relocating to New York City, that's now an issue for some people in the beam.
I mean, why should y'all people care?
Right.
Where are these same Negroes that texted us saying that we don't want y'all fake asses in our city?
Yeah.
We hate Boston. We hate black people. We hate local artists. We hate local urban radio stations.
Yeah.
Not doing it boss's way and not thinking what's best for us.
It's
I mean,
ridiculous.
black people, you cannot have it both ways using so-called fake news against us
No.
to justify your actions of the people here at iPower.
Right.
Yo, iPower now in the NYC is not a problem for me because the radio station is still East Coast.
Yeah.
Still part of New England, still part of Boston. You feel what I'm
Right.
saying?
Stacy, these self-hating Negroes don't want to know nothing. They put out their own alternative facts just to hear what they want to hear, that we talking ish about Boston when 40% of our loyal listeners who are black, Latino, and white of this radio station who do understand and are concerned that our local talent in Black Boston is not getting a fair shake by the Boston white establishment, and wonder why these same local artists, who some relocate.
Absolutely.
That's right, brother.
Rayshawn, you're next tonight, Power 1 FM. Go ahead, Rayshawn.
Hey, what up, DeMarco? What up, Ricky? What up, Stefan?
Hey, my brother, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on there, bro?
What's going on, my brother?
Yes, brothers. See, once again, when people don't pay close attention to what you are addressing, the concerns, the issues, and the solutions for this radio station to improve ourselves and inform the people on real serious issues that we're dealing with. Of course, alternative facts and fake news by white supremacy and some Negroes from the Bean will try to discredit you, especially some of our people living in Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan that hate your black ass because of the truth that has been said about our black communities, on our ignorance and self-hatred towards ourselves.
Brother Rayshawn, I really do believe that the majority of African Americans don't want to see other African Americans succeed. And you wonder why black people go do their own thing without the approval of their own people, because they sick and tired of this foolishness.
And you wonder why we got black circles instead of black unity, because inferiority of somebody's talent, you just have to hate on.
Well, brother, just like that sister from Staten Island, New York, said, Jennifer Beasley, the email that you read last time, DeMarco,
yes.
Don't get me wrong, I love the Bean. I'm from Roxbury, originally, currently living in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
But we gotta face reality.
Absolutely.
Even though I love Boston, doesn't mean Boston loves me back. Doesn't mean Boston is looking for me to sign a multi-million-dollar contract like they did for upcoming artists in the NYC, the ATL, or LA. You feel me?
Right.
Now, I'm not saying no black or brown or a person of color will succeed in the city.
Some will.
Of course.
Right.
Some will succeed in Boston, having that dream job position or having their own local business, repping your city and loving Boston.
Yeah. Right.
I'm not knocking those who are on their way for a better future in new employment or owning their own business in the city. That includes black communities in the Bean that are willing to stay in the Bean because the Bean has been good to them.
Some.
But at the same time, we got to wake up as a people and realize just because you're from Boston or born in Boston doesn't mean you will be the chosen one for Boston. I'm not looking for you or anyone else, looking for you in your own city.
Come on.
I don't care how much talent you got, how many music singles or albums as a local artist you put out there for the Bean, how many dance skills or radio DJ skills you have behind the mic. Not everybody will be accepted in the city of Boston, nor in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
And brother, this is why we did what we did.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for breaking it down, brother. Because no matter how much talent you have, don't mean you're going to get accepted.
That's right.
Now, New York City, Atlanta, Los Angeles, the three major marketing capitals looking for talent, you 10 times more likely to get picked up and signed to a major record label. But at the same time, it's like the lottery where thousands and thousands of talented people are waiting for that moment, waiting for their big opportunity, and waiting to get their shine on top of the world in music, acting, a radio DJ on a radio show.
Right.
See, this is why I think about this radio station. We know that Boston ain't looking for me nor the black communities, in my opinion. Despite of African Americans out of the 40% listening to this radio station, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Right.
That's how I feel about Boston. We had several texters said that I'm talented, but I have no chance of making it in this city because of the lack of resources that are purposely unavailable for black people.
Hello.
Some feel that Boston turned their backs on them.
Look, we already know that Boston does not have the resource for black Boston when you talk about Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan, because if they did, New Edition, Bobby Brown, Guru from Gangstar, Belle Biv DeVoe wouldn't had to relocate.
Right.
No, what's his name from Boston?
You're talking about actors Brian White and Michael Beach. They're from
Nah,
Roxbury.
not them brothers.
Pooch Hall from The Game.
Yeah, Pooch Hall. Yeah, Pooch Hall from BET's The Game. He's from Brockton. He had to relocate.
Right, because Pooch Hall knew that the resources for black people is not in the city of Boston nor the Commonwealth of Massachusetts.
Right.
It's not here for black black people, and it will never be here for black people. Let me
it will
repeat
not.
that.
Go ahead, bruh.
The resources that you're looking for as an artist or an actor or dancer is not here for black people, and it will never be here for black people. This is why black and brown local talents get relocated to different cities.
That's right.
They're tired of this mess.
Of course.
They're tired of what they're seeing with no progress being made and no action being made. I don't blame them.
I don't blame them either, bro.
blame them.
Do what you got to do.
That's it.
Mike, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, Mike.
How are ya?
Free your mind. Before you do that, Mike, I don't have time for your racist jokes.
What racist
Please
jokes?
come
What are you
correct.
talking about?
What's on your mind, sir?
Oh, come on, stop playing the race card.
Mike, won't you stop being
Jamal,
racist? How about that?
I think the non-Reverend Al Sharpton, Louis Farrakhan, and Charlemagne the Devil is poisoning your mind
Really?
with all this Black Lives Matter rhetoric.
Oh.
And I know that extreme race baiter, Ray Sean, is always talking about how the white man has held down the black.
He's speaking his
You
mind.
and I know that Ray Sean doesn't like white people like myself.
Oh,
He doesn't
Mike,
like white
Mike.
Americans.
Mike, I'm giving you a chance. Change the subject.
All because
We
of
know where
talking
you
about
stand,
race.
sir.
Race.
We already
Come on.
know that you are a right-wing conservative Republican who's a big, huge Trump supporter. We know you support Fox News, your
All
boy
the way.
Sean Hannity. I'm going to tell black
all right,
people
buddy.
on this radio
All right,
station
I'm gonna change the
or to our
subject.
listening audience
I'm gonna
or people of
change the
color
subject,
about
'cause
where you
obviously
stand,
none of you
Mike.
people can handle
Now I'm
the
giving you a
truth.
chance.
None of you
Talk about something else.
African-Americans
I know
can
it's
handle
free your
the
mind
truth.
Friday,
Anyway.
but say something else
All right,
that's on your
all right,
mind.
have
That's
it your way.
non-political.
That's fine with me. Let's talk about this radio station now in New York City.
Yes.
Which, in my opinion, is a big, huge mistake.
And why is that?
I know you're a diehard Yankees fan.
And?
I know you're thrilled about the Yankees rookie, Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Who's secretly a Red Sox fan, by the way.
Okay.
Hello?
So what?
Getting these balls out of the ballpark.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything to me, especially these Yankees you love so much compared to my Red Sox team.
So?
Coming from the city of champions here in Boston.
Whatever, Mike.
And you want to go to New York City where it's filthy, nasty, crime infested?
Boston doesn't
Are you
have
kidding
crime,
me?
Mike.
But anyway,
Don't go there.
Are you still going to support Boston sports teams while in New York, like the Boston Celtics, the Bruins, Tom Brady, and the New England Patriots? Or are you going to root for suck-ass teams like the Mets, Yankees, the ghetto Brooklyn Nets, owned by that Jay-Z, that drug dealer?
You
Are
know
gonna
what?
root for the
Bye,
New York
Mike.
Knicks, New York
Get
Giants,
off the
or
phone.
Jets? Are you
Have a
still
great
gonna
weekend.
root for
Mike,
Bye, Mike.
Mike, have a great
Bye-bye.
And yes, I'm still going to root for the Celtics,
Lord,
Tom
have
Brady,
mercy.
and the New England Patriots. I could care less about hockey. That's not my sport. Neither the sports teams in the NYC, for the exception of the New York Yankees, which I'm a big, huge Yankees fan for life.
Yeah, right.
But I will never support a baseball team called the Boston Red Sox, whether
Hell
I'm in
no.
Boston or in New York City.
Hell no.
We'll take this last
Hell
call.
no.
JD, my brother, you're next on iPower 1 FM. Go ahead, JD.
Hey, what's going on, DeMarco, Ricky, and Stefan?
JD,
What's up,
my brother, what's going on?
there,
My
bruh?
brother JD, what's going on,
Well,
brother?
I gotta admit, this was the right step in the right direction when it comes to iPower 1. Some were for the change, and some were not for the change.
Right.
I'm pretty sure people back in Boston are asking this question. Why is iPower in New York City? Why y'all still broadcasting in Boston? Well, I can make several arguments on many things. Like, for an example, you know New York Peace on Mass Ave in the south end of Boston, right?
Yeah.
Well, Boston Market, originally from Massachusetts, is in 3 locations in the NYC.
Yep.
One is in the Bronx.
Really?
Sure is,
Dunkin'
bro.
Donuts out of Canton, Massachusetts, based out of Boston, having a franchise all over New York City, right?
I seen that.
You got the NYC advertisements at these MBTA bus stops around the Boston area, right?
I saw that.
You even got the core TV show, Judge Judy, based out of New York, but broadcast in Los Angeles.
That's right.
Oh, I've been to
Come
that,
on,
bro.
man.
I heard about
You're
that.
telling me that iPower 1 FM can't do the same?
Sure we can.
Yes, iPower 1 is in the NYC, but at the same damn time. So what if this radio station is being broadcast out of Boston? That don't mean Boston is being left out of iPower.
Right.
iPower 1 just stepped their game up because it was a great interest for y'all to improve, to make improvements. You know what I mean?
You ain't never lied.
Now, I know some people in Boston don't want y'all to succeed, in my opinion.
Yes.
I know Negroes don't want y'all to succeed because some out there are praying for y'all downfall, praying bad luck, and praying for your failure of your talent.
Of course.
And people wonder why. y'all making moves and others refuse to do in order to get better.
Right.
They want to stay in their comfort zone. Look, I don't have a problem with local artists who want to stay in Boston and be in their comfort zone. That's not a problem for me, but
Exactly.
at the same time, you got some of those same people that stay in their comfort zone and want to bitch about nobody supporting me. Nobody in the bean is supporting me. That's because your black ass don't want to think outside the box. Get out of your comfort zone or step your game up.
That's right.
Some people with talent, whether it's dancer, an artist, or a singer, some people with talent out of Boston, especially some black artists, are waiting for MTV, BET, VH1, Fuse TV, or Revolt TV to personally come to Roxbury, Dorchester, and Mattapan to come save them and help launch their career. It doesn't work that way.
Hell no.
It never works that way.
No, it
That's
don't.
why you're being held back.
JD, my brother, why you think iPower is in New York?
Boom.
We're now broadcasting to the NYC and the tri-state area as we speak,
That's right.
along with Rhode Island and Massachusetts.
Come on.
And please, black people in Boston, do not say we ain't supporting local artists or local talent.
Right, that's not true.
Who's ever telling y'all that based out of self-hatred is giving y'all alternative facts.
Well,
right.
it also depends on the music genre,
Absolutely.
because this is an urban online radio station broadcast nationwide.
Right.
My man, I'll see you this weekend in the NYC, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be out there this weekend. I'll give more information towards the end of the show. Thanks, JD.
All right, talk to y'all brothers later.
All right, JD.
Take care, bro.
All right, be safe, bruh.
All right, text your mind on the EYM. Felicia Renee from Randolph, Massachusetts writes, our black ancestors started this country and until this day still don't have respect for what they did for this country, being raped and lynched, and until this very day we are still slaves. So therefore, you won't catch me wearing a red, white, and blue and celebrating America when America doesn't celebrate my fellow brothers and sisters and ancestors. Thanks, Felicia. We appreciate that.
Incoming message.
Arlene from Harlem, New York writes, thus far, I like what I'm hearing in the NYC, especially grown folks music on Thursdays and today. I'm a 70s baby. I'm old school, and y'all playing my throwback songs that I grew up on. Love it. And I'm glad you love it, Arlene from Harlem, New York. We appreciate that.
Incoming message.
Charlene from Springfield, Massachusetts writes, the Lord point y'all into the right direction. Y'all can't stay discouraged forever. And finally, y'all did something about it, and I'm proud of you. Thank you, Charlene. Keep on texting us.
Incoming message.
Kenny Ford, 65, from Hartford, Connecticut writes, brother, the state of Connecticut here in Hartford is part of the tri-state area, and you brothers are on the right path. God did make a way. Thank you, Kenny Ford, 65. We're not done yet, though. We still have a long way to go, but we are going to make it. I really do believe that.
Lady Tika, 1987, from Atlanta writes, I'm glad y'all brothers has made the right decision for yourselves. Stop worrying about who ain't riding with y'all and focus on those who are willing to ride with y'all. That's what we doing, sister. That's exactly what we doing.
Incoming message.
Young K Prince KG, NYC, from Brooklyn, New York writes, y'all need to get rid of that Southern hip-hop trap BS. I know y'all a national online radio show, but this is the NYC. Start repping our city correctly. We East Coast all day. Bruh, you know I'm coming from Young Prince KG, NYC. And you from my hometown that I was born at, Brooklyn. So, brother, I'm with you on that 1,000%.
There's a lot of people in New York who are East Coast hip-hop, don't like music from down south being played on a New York radio station.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Look, I love T.I. I love Ludacris. I'm not feeling Future, Migos, or any of these mumble rappers.
Right.
I would agree with that brother Young Prince on that it shouldn't be played on a New York radio station.
Yeah.
Y'all know how that is, on how that works.
Exactly.
Incoming message.
Colin Flaherty from South Boston writes, you ready for this? I can't take this New York BS. I will not step foot into a dirty city like New York. I wouldn't even go to Yankee Stadium and watch my Red Sox beat up your suck-ass Yankees. Get lost, you Yankee morons. Oh, Colin Flaherty from South Boston. Are you bitching, bruh?
Yes, he
Because this
is.
is no longer a Boston radio station. Not getting your way, sir.
Tough.
Too goddamn bad.
Well, getting used to it, Colin Flaherty from South Boston. This is a New York radio station now, and ain't a damn thing you can do about it.
Right.
Once we go New York, that's it. There ain't no turning back.
Oh, you ain't never
Believe
lied.
that.
Tommy J from Roxbury, Massachusetts writes, brothers, I want to know right now that your online radio station is a New York station, will you still support our Boston sports teams y'all grew up on? Oh, absolutely, my brother. You know I'm still a Celtics fan, a Red Sox fan, a Patriots fan. I'm not into hockey that much, but I represent my Boston sports teams no matter what.
Any team but the Red Sox.
Shut up, DeMarco. Lucille from Queens, New York writes, Stefan, my brother, I've listened to this radio station all week. You is my favorite. My mama, who's from Harlem, who is 87 years old, said, who's this young man speaking like that? Lord, she loves some Stefan Mason. I do too. Go ahead, sister. I appreciate that. And tell your mama I love her too. And I'm glad she's listening to my Keeping It Old School, that I'm one of her favorites.
I like
Go
that.
ahead,
I like
sister.
that.
You ain't gonna get any arguments coming from me.
Bless her
And
heart.
like I said before, these are the kind of black people I don't mind talking to.
I agree with that.
And ATL Prince J404 from Atlanta writes, no matter where y'all at in the NYC or even here in the ATL, y'all brothers keep doing y'all thing. See, once again, I think the decision that we made was a right decision in order to make progress.
Right.
Now that this is a New York radio station broadcasting here out of Boston, that don't mean we leaving those loyal Boston listeners out.
No, we're not.
And I'm glad that some in Boston, especially black people that do understand the hell that we went through, even said, I would have done the same damn thing.
Look, something had to be done.
Right.
Something had to be done.
Yes, sir.
Let's think about it. If you know that the people in Boston, Massachusetts were against you from the very start, then they were not feeling you from the get-go, and do not listen to none of our radio shows we did for the past 10 years and then call us a fake-ass radio station, that tells us that we are not wanted. And y'all made that decision to not have us in our own city. I'm no longer mad at you.
And besides, for the people out there that don't know iPower, a New York radio station, knowing that the resources are there for us, we're limited of resources in Boston, especially black people in that city, purposely unavailable for black and brown talent.
And people wonder why New Edition, Bobby Brown, Guru from Gangstar, and Benzino, all from Boston, made a wise decision to relocate for better resources, because those limited of resources that Boston does not have for everybody, like how New York, Los Angeles, and the ATL has, will never come to Boston.
Nope.
And they wonder why some local artists in Boston are forced to relocate to another city, because they want to blow up. I can't blame them.
That's right.
I cannot blame them.
No, you can't.
So what's the lesson of the story in all this?
The lesson of the story is you as African Americans or a Latino with talent for all these years not being discovered, it's not because you working hard to get to where you need to be, but it's the location that you at with lack of resources is the reason why you can't get nowhere you need to be. Nobody should be waiting 23 years or more to get that opportunity you've been waiting for. You as an artist, dancer, radio, DJ personality that want to blow up, just focus on you and you only, and stop listening to people who some just want you to roll over and die.
And like I said the last time, we made those huge changes to improve this radio station. I refuse to be trapped into this your talent ain't going nowhere system in Boston. We had a couple of local artists recently from Boston, Massachusetts who came to this radio station who said, I refuse to roll over and die in this city. They also said they would relocate in a heartbeat if they have to. Can't argue with that. We have to escape this holding me back mentality. Shout outs to the Big Apple and the NYC for listening. We hear y'all in the tri-state area. We're gonna make things right. Like I said, I think Boston, where I was born and raised, made a big, huge mistake holding back some of these artists from the hood on purpose, and radio personalities for over 20 years or more, including dancers, forcing some of them out of Boston just to relocate. This was built by design.
It was.
Do you really think that the Boston white establishment want y'all Negroes from the hood to succeed?
Hell
Are you
no.
kidding me?
Hell
and
no.
you wonder why some Boston locals relocate. Come on.
That's what
Wake
I'm
up.
talking about.
Listen, learn. Thanks, Stefan. Shout outs to iPower Channel 2 on our YouTube channel, keyword iPower One Nation. Thank you for listening to us. iPower 98.9 is now New York City.
New York City.
Subscribe now to our YouTube channel, keyword iPower One Nation.
iPower One
nation. Listen to our shows weeknights now in the tri-state area. Take us anywhere. Listen online or on app. Listen on your Android phone, iPhone, or iPad. Listen now in the NYC. Go to iPower1FM.com for 98.9.